Rich friend, rich friend, rich friend, rich friend. Hear that? Rich friend. That's who you are. You are a rich friend. You are realizing you create happiness. And many of us believe in a power beyond our physical and what we can see. I'm inviting you this day, this moment, to tap into that power. Tap into that power. That power can do more than what you physically can ever do if you stayed up 24 hours, 7 days a week. That power can do more than you can physically do any day of the week. It can do more than you can do staying up 24 hours, 7 days a week, thinking about what it is you need to fix, what it is that you need to handle, and what needs to get done right and what's not right. Once you release all of that and say, I give up. I know you don't hear that often. People tell you never give up, never give up. I definitely was profound with that. Never give up. I don't give up, but I give it over. So when I say I give up, that means I'm giving it up to a higher power. Give it up to a higher power. It's not meant for you to try to stay up 24/7, racking your brain, stressing yourself to figure out the things of this life. Because you are first and foremost a spiritual being. So you have to go into the spirit and work with things. That means give it up to the spirit. Whatever it is that's on your mind that's stressing you. And allow the spirit to do what only the spirit can do and what it is eagerly waiting to do for you. But you have to be in a place where you can say, I give up. I mean, I give it up to the higher being. I give it up to God. I give it up to the universe. I give it up. Because when you can give it up, then you are allowing for relief to come in and allowing for things to come into your experience that you could never have figured out, no matter how much you've thought about. And I want to share this with you because there was one time I was in a situation with my license for childcare. And it was a situation I could not figure out because one of the personnel that worked for me had done something not atrocious, but it was inappropriate. It was, as an experienced provider and a caregiver and teacher, they should have known better how to handle a situation with a child, and they did not handle it properly. And at this point, I had like 5 different people coming from multiple agencies into my office at 3:00 on a Thursday afternoon, dealing with this matter that I wasn't aware of until they brought it to my attention. That night, I went home. I was furious. I didn't know whether I would have a business or not the next day. I just went home, and I remember just closing in myself into my room and just kneeling down, not even kneeling. I'm just sitting there almost like in a fetal position on the side of an ottoman and said, I give up. I give up. I don't know. I give up. I've tried, and this situation here is, I don't even know the solution. I don't know how to fix this. I give up. The next day, I opened my business as usual, did the things that I normally would do. There was no word from any of the governing officials or anything. I didn't hear anything. And every time the thought came to me of, okay, are they going to shut me down today? What's going to happen? I didn't know my fate. And I felt like it was in their hand. And every time those thoughts would come to me, I came back to the place. I've given it to you, God. This is your thing. You know, you have powers and ways that are beyond me. You can do this. I don't know how. I've given it to you. So I went from Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Every time those thoughts came to me, I had to stand my ground and say, I give it up to the higher power. I've given it to you. You deal with it because I don't know how to fix this. And in tears in my eyes and pains in my stomach, I continue to say, I don't know how to fix this, but I've given it to you and I trust you. I give it to you and I trust you. That's a hard place to be in when we're used to controlling everything and so many different moving parts of our lives. So we get through the weekend with this whole, I give up. I trust you. I give up. I trust you. I give it up to the higher power and I trust you. Monday comes, I open my business as usual and run my business. Tuesday come, I open my business as usual. This went on for a whole week. I give up. Every time the thoughts came to me about, what are you gonna do? You got all these people you're responsible for because of one person's actions. And, you're inconveniencing the parents, you're inconveniencing, the other team members. And what will people say about you in the community? Oh, what is this here? And all those thoughts came. And I had to continue to go back to, I give up. I give up. I've given it up to a higher power. I don't know the answer. This went on for 2 weeks. 2 weeks to the day, I get a letter in the mail dismissing all accusations. They've completed their research and their investigation into the matter and found I had no wrongdoing. And I needed to make certain that the person that I had that was involved was removed from the facility, which they were, and that I'd also engaged the team in additional training on how to handle particular difficult matters with children and additional training. And I was told that this would be on my record for 90 days. I would have to go without incident. So I was placed on probation because of someone else's decisions. But it was ultimately my responsibility because I hired this person and did not know how certain things and didn't supervise their behavior. Nonetheless, that was much easier for me to work with on a 90-day probationary period than to all of a sudden have to tell my team, you have to seek employment elsewhere, and notify the parents, I can't provide services for you. But I was extremely joyful with knowing that there was resolution that came. And each time over that 2-week period, I was able to go back to the place, and whenever I felt fearful and doubtful and worried and trying to figure it out myself, I was able to remind myself over and over, I give up. I've given it up to the higher power. I don't know the answer. I don't know how this is going to work out. But it did work out for me. And I know, whatever you're dealing with right now, it will work out for you if you release it to a higher power. Give it up to a higher power. It's not your burden to bear. It's not your burden to bear. We can't receive when we're holding on so tightly. Give it up. Give it up. That's not what your body and your frame was created for. You are a rich friend. You realize you create happiness. You are a rich friend. So go forth. Today is a great day to be rich. And it's okay to give it up to a higher power.